Is this thing on? Spicy. I uploaded a video to YouTube every single day for the last 30 days. Okay, so that's not entirely true just because on some days when my edits ran long, I ended up uploading those videos after midnight, which resulted in them being posted the next day technically. But on those days, I actually posted 2 videos for those of you detectives out there. Spicy. What I found after posting for 30 days was actually pretty surprising to me. And there are 3 things that I got out of it that I wanted to share with you guys in this video. So the first thing that I learned was that creating a video every single day is actually pretty easy. But the caveat to that is you have to be yourself or it's gonna be a grind the whole time. The last 4 years that I've been making videos on YouTube, I have struggled with consistency. That is probably the one thing that I've lacked. I've leveled up in my editing, I've leveled up with script writing, all these different things that they say you should put into going into your channel in order to grow it. But the one thing that I never did was consistently have a schedule for videos. Posting every single day for 30 days forced me to figure out what was wrong and what was bottlenecking my creation process. For me, that was the fact that I was not being myself. When I was on camera, I was trying to be somebody else. I was trying to create content that other people want, of course, but I was not being true to who I am and my personality. I wasn't being genuine to me. Once I kind of realized I need to be myself and I showed up as myself on camera, it made it a lot easier to just film the videos. And then suddenly I realized I had a lot more to say and a lot more perspective on things than I ever thought before. The next thing I learned is how it affected my channel. Ultimately, it affected my channel in a very positive way. I've grown about 16 subscribers since posting those 30 days. I've lost about 5, but those people probably weren't active on my channel anyway. So this is actually the first time I've seen any growth on my channel for the last 6 months or so. Like there's been 1 or 2 subscribers here and there over the last year, but again, I wasn't consistent. So I didn't have the videos to create that growth. And anything that was growing my channel was videos that I posted a couple years ago. So it did actually grow my channel. And even though it's not that many subscribers, I'm finding that people are starting to be a little more engaging with my content just because it's more consistent. My channel right now focuses on personal growth. I am working on personal growth in a lot of aspects of my life. So I started to, again, be myself and show that journey on my channel. And even though that's not that many subscribers, one thing that I'm finding is that my audience has changed. For the longest time, a lot of my audience, no offense, was men. And a lot of those men were between the ages of, I think it was like 45 to 65. And that's from one of my videos taking off for the wrong reasons. It got added to a playlist that had to do with like curvy girls or something like that. So for a while, my channel was growing the wrong way to me because I wasn't really trying to speak to that audience at all. Those people also weren't watching any of my other videos because it had nothing to do with what they found me for in the first place. My analytics have changed where I'm noticing it's a lot more of a female audience who is ultimately who I'm talking to. Women that are just like me who are focusing on their personal growth journey as well. And the last thing that I found is that posting on YouTube started to be fun again. Now, a lot of that is because my channel's still pretty small, but like I said, it's growing. I'm almost at 1,600 subscribers, which for a long time I was stuck at just underneath 1,500. I'm just finding that I'm enjoying creating the content because even though I'm sticking within the realm of what I'm doing, I'm creating lots of different kinds of content. I also went live out of nowhere a couple of weeks ago just to kind of shake things up and try it. It was a way for me to connect with a different audience or a different group of people that I wouldn't have just by posting my videos. I also just completely threw away all of the stuff that I had taught myself about analytics and SEO and all that stuff and just started to make the videos. Because what I realized was all of that stuff was clouding my creativity so much, it would stop me from completing anything. Now I know it's not that simple, and that's why I have 3 pieces of advice for anybody who wants to post content on YouTube. The first thing is to use a platform that you actually enjoy using. For me, I love to watch stuff on YouTube. I love being on it. I'm spending time on YouTube anyway, so it's not like I'm taking time to go and learn a new platform just for the sake of posting. The second word of advice I would give is to not tell anybody. Don't tell your friends and family about your YouTube channel. Just get started, get some momentum going, and if they happen to find it or wonder what you're doing, then share it. In the beginning of starting my channel, I shared it with a lot of people in hopes that people would support me and watch it. But 2 things happen that kind of tank your channel when you do this. The first thing is that you start to overthink what you post because you know the people who are going to be seeing it, which affects the material that you post. Ultimately, it doesn't allow you to be yourself and be creative. The second thing that happens is analytically, it kind of stunts your channel's growth because unless everyone who is watching those videos generally watches what your audience watches, it's gonna throw everything off because a lot of YouTube's recommendations are based off of what your audience likes to watch. It's a little more complicated than that, but one of the ways that YouTube recommends your videos is based off of what your audience likes to watch. So keep that in mind. The last thing is that a lot of those people who are watching, they don't understand YouTube and retention and all these things that you learn as you create videos. So they might click on your video and like it to be supportive, but then immediately just click away and not actually watch the video. That actually sends a negative signal to YouTube because people aren't watching it all the way through. So it tells YouTube that it's not really engaging and they stop recommending it. Now, the last word of advice I would give is to just keep going. Stay consistent and keep going. Don't get discouraged just because you miss a video one day or you upload it late another day. Just keep the momentum going because the more videos that you create, the more of an archive you create and the more content that people have a chance to binge. And it only takes one video to blow up, and once it does, it just creates this ripple effect throughout your entire channel. Ultimately though, creating the videos gets easier because you'll get better at it. The first few videos that you post aren't gonna be that good, to be honest. I know for my first video that I posted, I actually look back on it and I kind of love the way I edited the video just because it was such a fresh new view. But again, a lot of my videos after that were kind of all over the place because I didn't really know who I was. I wasn't being myself on camera. Now, if you want to talk money, the amount of money that I made from posting every day for the last 30 days was about $19, which honestly, that's great because that's $19 that I didn't have before. And I don't really get that many views on my channel at this time. But that being said, it's still something. I'm not really worried about the money these days. I'm just focused on the actual journey that I'm following and sharing that with people who are like me, who are going through the same thing. And I think that that's really the takeaway and the key here is showing up every day for a group of people that you want to help in some way or that you want to relate to in some way. And that's what building a community is. So moving on from here, I'm going to keep posting every day. Even if my uploads end up technically on the second day, I've gotten into the groove of what this feels like, and I know that this is where I want my life to take me. So if you're thinking about posting videos on YouTube, just do it. Forget about the ego, be yourself, and share your experience with other people who you can help. If you lead with that, there's no way you can't win.